All right, let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Right, let's move some of this over. So you might have noticed that I have something pretty cool on the chats today. I mean, not not the chat, the title. So I am expecting a guest to pop over. That would be very, very nice to see the guest here. So I'm waiting for the guest. When he does arrive, obviously I'll put him into the actual stream, and we all get to meet him, and we'll ask him a few bits and bobs. He's a very busy man, so we're going to do our best to basically try and limit how much we ask him and what we do basically. So let's continue with our content. What we need to talk about today, markets. I mean, congratulations to everyone. We've been doing higher highs on pretty much everything, right? So we hit a new high, all-time high on Bitcoin. We hit a new all-time high on Ethereum. And the market's just doing what it does best. It's just going up. Okay, also if you look carefully, you can see we're currently holding the 2.9 trillion. We have already tested the 2.97 trillion. We got rejected. Absolutely fine, absolutely fine. There's no harm at all. We need to test the waters before we jump in, just in case it's too cold for us. So you know, what's there to say, right? The market itself is going to 3 trillion. And I think there's going to be a big buzz around the $3 trillion when it does arrive, because a lot of people are going to get very, very excited around that time. And there's no stopping it. We're going to the 3.4 trillion, and then possibly even further. So, guys, also, before we go any further with this, I see Ruben Gamer. Awesome, my brother. Awesome, awesome. Nice to see you here. So, guys, if you're new to the channel, smash those subscribe and like buttons, and when you do subscribe, hit that notification and press all. This way you're not going to miss this kind of content. And also, we're doing a lot of different stuff in the space. We're actually trying to do something completely unique to every other YouTube channel out there. Not only are we doing crypto calls on what coins you should have invested or you should invest, also we're trying to develop and build communities on fresh new projects as well. So there are many opportunities out there, and I think that's the start of something. It's like, as a community, what value can we provide for each other? I think that's what's going to happen. I see Riz here, I see Ra here. Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much, all my brothers. Nice of all of you guys to come here. Also, I noticed, wow, we had a massive surge of members. Wow, so many of you guys are supporting me. There's so many names I can't even list. I mean, it's just insane. I actually didn't see the members section recently, and I went there and I was like, wow, so many of you guys are supporting the channel. This is awesome. It's just insane. I see Costin here. Awesome, my brother. Always nice to have you here. So the market's doing its thing. Let's see what happens if our special guest arrives. I'm also gonna, let me try and see if I'm gonna message him again and see if he's around. Let me see what happens. Okay, so he's got another meeting with Nasdaq in about 1.5 hours. So I'm just waiting for him. As soon as he's ready, I'm just gonna wait for him to let me know. So let's see what happens there. I think there's a little pop-up or something that comes up. Let me just quickly check something, guys, if you don't mind. Hold up. Let me get rid of the camera anyway. You don't need the camera. I just want to keep this tab open, because when he does arrive, I'm sure there will be some sort of a ping or notification that will tell me that he's arrived. And then I can bring him on basically into the show, and then we're gonna go awesome with that. I see Bubble here. Also, my brother. Guys, smash those likes, hit those subscribe if you haven't already, share with one other. Let's change lives. Let's make a difference in this space, a difference in this space. I think it's a very, very powerful thing to do. So let's continue with the market as it is, right? So BTC does pretty crazy stuff. Okay, actually this is something I was working on earlier on, so maybe I should use a different chart. Yeah, I'll use this chart, because the other one I did do some resets there, so you won't actually see the data as it should be shown. So this is our current BTC stuff. We're pretty much on target, doing exactly what needs to be done, following the targets. I changed a few bits and bobs, so you may notice there's a few lines missing here. Guys, don't worry, there's a big reason for why I've actually taken these lines off, because now that we've crossed over our target level, right? This was our target zone. Well, now what's happened is this area here has become our new support zone. So we need to hold this as our support approximation. So approximately here, this is our new support zone. So that's one of the reasons why I kind of updated everything. So at least that way, when I'm showing you the data, you understand that now that we've crossed over the previous all-time high, we've also come up and tested this and broken this. We need a support, right? So of course we are doing a higher high, but where's our base? So we have two specific zones here. Number one zone would be this, which would be the previous all-time high. That's where we can now start basing our future targets from, which is quite cool. And now obviously on a shorter time frame as well, we have this new trend, mini trend line, micro trend line forming as well. So ultimately all of this kind of works out to be one of our support areas. So as long as we can hold this, we're super bullish. We are going to the target, and the target for us was the $71,141. So let's see where it goes there. Now I did see a tweet from, what's it called, Bybit. Pretty crazy tweet actually. They put a specific number, 69,420 I believe, and I was like, I replied back and I said, what's the significance of this number? Please do share, because quite curious. They didn't say 70, they didn't say anything else, they said 6940. So I'm just trying to figure out what was the subliminal message that they were trying to give us. So we'll wait for that, see what happens. Market's holding very well, so no complaints here at all, guys, no complaints here. So let's see, let's move on to the other stuff. Dominance, I'm not bothered, because dominance really, as I said to you, I haven't really been impressed with the dominance, right? Just not my kind of thing. And this is bugged out on us. Interesting. Okay, it's come now. So dominance, I'm not that impressed, because remember, I want to see dominance come down to this floor here. That will give us a more powerful move in all of the altcoins. But as it is, yes, I'm not impressed, but I'm kind of happy, because this is kind of giving us that opportunity to prolong the market, to not become a parabola, to not cancel ourselves out. So we have this great opportunity here to prolong this market, maybe for another 6 months, you know, but that's another story. We'll talk about it another time. I did mention something briefly yesterday, and I think I'm going to do a dedicated video to actually explain this a little bit more in detail in the future. So very soon I'll do something. Also, let's now move into Ethereum. Guys, give me a second. I'm just trying to check the chat, because remember I told you the application that I have, for some odd reason it bugs out. I don't know why. I've been having this issue, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll probably stop talking about our what do you call this? We'll probably stop talking about all the other bits and bobs once or if the guest arrives. I know he's a busy man, and currently I forgot, I think he's in Australia or New Zealand. So we do have a massive time gap between our two countries. So for him coming onto the show would be awesome. I mean, he's going to make that time. That's just going to be insane, right? So let's see what happens. Should be really cool. Ethereum following the pattern, doing its thing, absolutely fine. BTC takes a dip, Ethereum also takes a dip. It's a common pattern, guys. Remember, I use BTC to I use BTC to predict what Ethereum's going to do, if that makes any sense, right? And I've mentioned this many times before. I said if BTC does something, Ethereum also does that, and I've noticed this over and over again. And these are the two giants. Remember, these are the two giants who own 60% of the entire market, entire global crypto market. So these two coins have the power to shift the whole market. So we're going to keep a close eye on them. So far, the patterns are playing out exactly as we expected them to. They're holding support, they're holding resistance. Everything is just perfect, right? And right now, the sky's our limit, right? The sky's our limit. And also, talking about this sky's our limit, I want to say one thing here. I know a lot of new guys who enter the crypto space. There's a common question they ask all the time, and I think I'm going to repeat this on every show. The question they ask is it too late to invest in Bitcoin? Is it too late to invest in crypto? Or is this any good? Shall I put money into this? Guys, the whole crypto sphere, is a baby, is a 10-year-old baby. Think about that. It's a 10-year-old baby. If you said to me, shall I go and put some money down on the oldest bank on the planet, I would probably say no, because it's the oldest bank on the planet. Something's going to come and replace that. It has its dominance. It's done its thing. Old technology, new tech is going to take over. Fintech is the way forward. You know, new money being evolved. That's where I'll plug my money. All right. So you're part of this new system. Of course, you should never invest money you cannot lose. And it's a vision. It's a movement. And if you are in it, understand one simple fact. As long as you're buying the actual crypto, not some paper money, you're buying actual Bitcoin, you're buying actual Ethereum or whatever, that's your asset. You can hold that forever. No one's going to tax you for holding it. You don't lose it. As long as you don't lose your security keys, your passphrases or whatever you have. As long as you don't lose them, you will never lose access to them. They're yours. Do you know what I mean? So it's your own digital property. No one can take it away from you. But the market has ups and downs. It doesn't go up forever. And I know a lot of you guys have piqued your, the crypto has piqued your interest because you've seen these crazy moves. You're seeing more and more people talking about it. You're seeing news articles about it, all sorts of other hype news, I'll call it. But you're interested after you've seen the hype news. If you have conviction in this game, one second, let me see what's going on. Okay, so let me see what's going on. But as I said, if you have conviction in this game, if you have faith in this game, okay, remember one thing, this game will reward you for your patience. BTC is only going one direction. Ethereum only going one direction. You know, majority of these top coins are only going one direction. Of course, there will be plenty of other technologies replacing something. But we know that the more scarce they are, the more valuable these are. You know, Ethereum itself is proven to be a world's best supercomputer. Other technologies are coming as a scaling solution to some of the problem Ethereum has. BTC has become the best store of value right now. You know, even some people are using it as a payment currency. Well, I can tell you the guy who sends it is a bloody loser. But the guy who receives it, damn, all he has to do is just hodl that. He knows it's going up. So, you know, smart money would hodl. But as I said, if you are going to be entering this game, tread cautiously, especially in the altcoins. But that's where you're going to make majority of the gains. When it comes to Bitcoin and Ethereum, you're probably not going to make as much money. You're probably going to double, maybe even triple. But that's about it. This is not a financial advice. And in the future, of course, we'll probably do 10x, 20x. But the time for you to enter was when you were scared, when you were afraid. But it's probably too late for you. You know, of course, if you buy it and if you hold it for another 5 years, you're okay. But I know most of you guys are not interested in that. You're in it for the money. You want that quick money. It's not going to work like that. So be cautious. That's all I'm going to say to you. Okay, so let's move into the other stuff. But yeah, I mean, is it a good time to buy? Is it, when is a good time to buy? If you're buying for 5 years, every day's a good day to buy. Trust me, every day's a good day to buy. We've got BNB doing its little thing. Absolutely fine. I don't see any issues here. BNB absolutely on a rip. And I did say that we are expecting BNB to go all the way to this specific level of the $900 very soon. You know, the beautiful thing is our first target of the Fibonacci already met. So that's confirmed. Now we know we're going further up. So that's coming very soon. Let's see what happens. Polkadot looking a bit bearish, but I did open a little trade. So I took an opportunity. I opened a little trade. Nothing too big, just a very small one, some change I had. And I think DOT, as I said, all of this data here is all great, but I've got a good feeling DOT is going to pump even harder. DOT probably do a couple of $100 very soon. So let's see what that does. You know, that's going to be pretty awesome. Let's see. You know, let's see, because I'm seeing a supply squeeze coming. I'm seeing so many people super bullish on the parachains, especially people who own a lot of DOT from day one. Very bullish, very bullish. And I've got this feeling that it's gonna pump. Let's put it this way. Remember when Solana was $20, $30 and Solana done a Solana? Remember how Solana just pumped like within a week? Talking about Solana, let's move into Solana. I think DOT's gonna do that. Remember this leg up, how it just suddenly just pumped. But I've got this weird feeling this crazy pump is coming. This crazy pump is coming from nowhere to all the way up to that price. I remember we went all the way up to like $200. I think that's coming. It's coming, especially for DOT. So, you know, of course Solana's done it. DOT's going to do it next. Yeah, definitely coming. Now, of course, Cardano, we don't want to leave it around because, look, Cardano's done its thing. It went down, it went to the floor, and look where it's come back. Exactly where we wanted it to come. We wanted it to come to this level, above this line, test this area, hopefully stay above this area, and briefly it did break it. It just wasn't able to hold it. It's fine. Cardano's made a move. It's come back. If today it can stay above this particular line here, should be awesome. I think our guest has arrived. Let me have a look. Insane. Hurrah, Tranquil, my bro. Good day, my bro. Good day. You're live. Let me reduce the screen size. That way, what will happen? I think. Let me activate this as well. I'm thinking you're watching me on YouTube anyway, so I don't really need my cam anyway. So I'll switch my cam off because you got my cam on the main thing. And yeah, my brother, how you doing, man?
Oh, good, man.
Do you know what? Screw the charts. We don't need the charts. We've got Tranquil here. We don't need the charts here. All we need to do is look at this and make sure we cover everything else and just observe. We just want to watch this be red as bloody as possible. That's all we want to see. You know what I mean, brother? How you doing anyway?
Yeah, good, man. Good. Just
Good.
bouncing between this and that, and
Give us some good news. Give us some good news. Give us some good news.
oh, I don't want to leak strats, bro.
Damn, bro.
You in under an hour, so that's our second interview. So that'll be going up on NASDAQ. So that should be covered by a bunch of major TV networks.
Yep.
You know, I'd say that's pretty bullish.
Bro, that's insane. That's insane. Okay, 1 second. They said your sound is low. I think I can fix that. Give me a second. Let's attempt. Okay, try turn yours on. They're saying it's a bit low.
Sorry about that.
That. No, you're good. Let's see. Bubble, is that better? Bubble's one of our big Elrond fan. This is one of the reasons why I asked you about Elrond. Yeah, he's an Elrond fan. The community in Elrond, I think including the founders and everybody, named him Bubble. Give me a second. Let me quick. Yeah, you go for it. Carry on. You carry on. I'm just quickly going to up this. Let me see if that helps.
I haven't spent much time in the Elrond community, but it's like, do they name that stuff? Like, is it like, you know, like all the projects themed around like Lord of the Rings? Is it like, you know, your mythical token and your fucking like?
I don't know. Do you know what? I jumped onto the Elrond hype, right? So when it was launching, I saw what it was about. I kind of liked it. I said, you know what? I want to jump into this. So I was an early investor, and that was it, right? I didn't bother. And then they had this lock period, and I locked the whole lot, and I just left it there. And apparently, I got some MEX tokens, right? So I don't know. I mean, they have, and then recently they've announced the MEX tokens is what do you call this? it's now they're dividing it to like a billion pieces or something. They just upped the tokenomics, and I was like, what? Okay, I don't like that. That's just too much control. Because the thing is you've announced something, and then you've gone back and you fall back and you change the tokenomics now. That's greed.
Yeah,
I don't like that. I don't like that.
it's not the best feeling in crypto.
No, exactly.
I could almost put on a headset as well if it's better for the volume.
I don't know. Let me try something else. Let me try something else. Give me a second. Maybe I might. There has to be a way I can bring it in. Give me a second. Because we did do some crazy testing yesterday. Sound. We did some nice little testing yesterday. Let's try multi-output. Right. Let's try this. Yeah, there's an echo now.
Okay, I think my headset in might be easier.
Try it.
Let's try it.
Yeah, it's giving some because I'm maxed out. Interesting. Maybe I should switch the music off. We don't need any background music. Let's switch this off. Let's try this.
All right, can you hear me now?
I think they can. I think, yeah, this might boost it up a little bit because what I did was I've activated the microphone with the multi-output. Let's see.
Okay, I'm just gonna nod my head, pretend like I understand.
Let me try something else as well. Hold on. Let me switch.
Perfect. That's what El Bubble said, so take his word for it. Excelente. So, yeah. Brilliant. Do I? Okay. All right. Oh, here we go. All right. Well, also, I want to say we're actually about to push a UI upgrade as well. So what you're seeing is like this will be like vintage very soon. You know, it'll be like rare website. Yeah. Why not? Just make an NFT of everything, bro. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%. Oh, 100%. Yeah, man. Oh, we're stronger. We're stronger united, you know, and we have a similar vision. Like, let's just build better together, you know. And I mean, yeah, I get hyped up just talking about crypto, man. I love this shit, man. I really do. It's incredible. Oh, no.
Do this. How about now? Can you hear me now? I hope you can. There will be an echo, but I think it'll be okay. Right. Tranquil, you can hear me, yeah?
Yeah, all loud and clear.
All right. If it echoes to them, there's nothing I could do. Because what I've did now is I've just moved it off to the microphone because I did switch the microphone off. Now I've
Mm.
put the headphone microphone back on. Let's see. So you're hearing me. I think you're hearing me through the MacBook. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
Alright.
It's listen, teething issues for live interviews, especially after the new update they did on the MacBooks. Okay, yes, they can hear
Alright.
me. Awesome,
Excellent.
awesome, awesome.
Nice.
Yes.
10 minutes in, we've got both audios working.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So obviously we're not going to ask you what you're going to speak on Nasdaq. We are going to check those out later, and I'm hoping you would do something on your videos on your channel because I know you've just started your own channel,
Mhm.
and I hope you leave a link there for us for the Nasdaq as well, so we'll check it out as well. And
Mhm.
make sure, I mean, I believe you're on the Discord, so make sure to share us some links on Discord as well. Let the community know exactly what's going on.
Mhm.
And what I've said to everybody in my community is, guys, this is an opportunity for you to be in the beginning, the start of something. So you are front running all the other people that are gonna come afterwards. And it's a
Yeah.
powerful statement. It's a powerful statement because that's what I want to do. Get the community, give them that one chance. If they've missed everything, they've always ended up into a coin at $100, for example. I mean, people are talking about cryptocurrency right now. Is it okay to go into Bitcoin? And I'm like, well, it's okay if you're holding for five, but
True.
maybe you might want to try some altcoins, or you might want to try some of these new projects that we're actually working together in promoting, in making, in innovating, right? And you're
Mm.
going to be at the forefront of it, the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh
So
yeah.
it's
I mean,
powerful.
yeah, and it's true as well. Like, I mean, you were saying last night in the chat, and I've said this probably like 1,000 times this week. I have never encountered a project with as much infrastructure built up as we do at as low of a market cap as we are. And I'm not. I mean, you know me a little bit, but I'm not a super boastful person. I don't like to like. I'm not the biggest shiller out there, but that's just true for
Me
me. Like
neither.
I've
I'm an
yeah
openly Bitcoin maximalist and I make
yeah.
money on shit coins. Full stop.
Praise the shit coins. What can I say, man?
Bro, only
Oh,
way you make money is shit coins.
yep.
But there are gems and there are innovations and there are
Mhm.
technology which are coming on board, and you guys are trying to build something which changes the whole ball game. I
Oh yeah.
know I forget his name, Hamza. Hamza
Mhm.
mentioned something earlier on the strategy section, and
Oh yeah.
I was super amazed. I was like, wow. And at that
Yeah.
time, I was in the uni, so I'm studying. I'm
Mm.
inside uni, and my professor was asking me something related to strategies and planning.
Mm.
So I've turned around and I showed him the phone. I said, do you know what this is?" And he was like, "Strategies." I was like, "Yeah, I think this strategy works." He was like amazed.
Nice. We're shilling to your professor now.
Well, pretty much. I mean, he's interested. I mean, the whole class is literally because I'm like the only crypto
Who
fanatic
wouldn't
there,
be?
and they're
Oh,
like,
you're the crypto guy.
I'm the crypto guy there, yeah. So everyone comes
Uh,
up to me, and they're like, "Dude, you got to tell us what to do, what to buy," And they will
Classic.
every time I'm on break, I've got small groups literally around me asking questions.
Like a
So
little, like a
yeah,
celebrity,
it's crazy. I
like
kind of, yeah. In the uni, I'm actually in my year, I'm kind of the celebrity of crypto. Yeah, it's
nice,
cool though. It's
nice.
cool.
The prophet lead
Well,
them to the
well,
promised land.
kind of. I would say kind of because end of the day, I'm teaching them is to stay calm. The most
Very
important
important.
thing everybody needs to understand: stay calm, risk management. Do your research, discipline. Very important. If you don't have those
Oh,
things, you're gonna have an issue. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, man. If you just go in and get all emotional and stuff, and getting attached to your shit coins, that's something I sin. I'll repent for that. I love my shit coins too much, and I just get attached to them, and I'm like, no, I don't want to sell them, and then just
Oh,
hold too
well,
long.
that's the worst thing to do, right?
Yeah, well, okay, it is, but
Never
then on the
marry your
other
shit
hand,
coin. Listen, never marry your shit coin.
I'm yeah, never buy your shit coin. But this is how I take my silver lining out of that. I say, if I have that mentality, then I will actually hold on to it. Like
Hmm.
I'll hold way too much.
Yeah.
So then if I do actually get a real gem, I'll end up holding like longer than I probably would have otherwise. So that's
Yeah.
my silver lining there at least. But generally, yeah, don't get married to your shit coins. Definitely not.
Right. Let's talk about something else now. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about what kind of innovations
Mm.
you are bringing to the market with this project, which is not finished yet. Guys, understand, Prism Network is still in development phase,
Mhm.
right? And I think when it finishes, the vision is so awesome, it will be insane, right? So it's all coming, right? But I think you're gonna hear it from the horse's mouth what he's planning for it right now.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's it. We're in development, but we're also pretty well developed, you know. So we're adding, let me structure it correctly. So, basically, we're building infrastructure for DeFi. That's what it really comes down to. You know, if you had to broadly categorize us, we're infrastructure for DeFi. We're cross-chain infrastructure. That's where we're really looking to go. We basically want to be connecting all these EVM chains and non-EVM in time, connect them all together, and let the liquidity flow. Let people move their tokens and trade seamlessly without having to go through bridges. You know, there's just it's just the big lack of cross-chain infrastructure in DeFi, and we're trying to plug that gap. So we're connecting all the chains, roughly one network a week at the moment. And then we have Prism Network, which is our cross-chain infrastructure, and Empiredex, which is like a DEX with some additional cool features for developers. And then we mash them together, and that is our cross-chain DEX. And so that's the medium-term vision, maybe. And then beyond that, we're looking for other stuff in layer twos. And I guess to touch on to the thing that Hamza mentioned in the strategies section, something he said to me in chat that I really liked. He's like, we're going to be like the Shopify of crypto. You know, people want to launch dexes and stuff like that, and they launch it as a white label service on our dex. We share all the liquidity together, and we are offering them all these new features coming out. So we have like an NFT bridge in the works, NFT marketplace. Everyone that's white labeled under us will get those features as well. We're working on this new charting stuff as well with Kronos, and then because we've got it on Kronos, we can just put it onto all the other dexes as well. But yeah, I feel like that's kind of what we're doing. I don't know. I could keep rambling
It's
if you
okay.
want.
Listen, no pressure. I'm not going to say anything. No pressure. Okay. I'm not going to say, give us some more. I think what you've said is enough, right? But I think the community also, because obviously I'm very transparent with the community. I'm like the most transparent guy out there. If I open a trade, I'll show them a timestamp and look, this is when I open that trade. So I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk, if that makes sense, right? So,
Yeah.
I'm with the community the whole way. And I think the community is going to now understand, because I did specifically mention that I'm getting a special guest, a surprise guest, and I kind of hinted Prism Network, but I didn't really say anything more. But I think it will be an awesome surprise for them to understand that, because I have announced to the community, that guys, we are launching a community Dex.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we haven't decided the name yet, but it's coming for the community. Everybody could participate, but I think it will be an awesome thing for you to tell them what you are doing for us.
Well, that's the white label service I just mentioned. So
Exactly.
basically, you get your own customized front end for your community. You have your own token lists, and then basically on the back end, it's using Empiredex technology. So you're going to have access to the shared liquidity between all the other dexes. So you're going to have like a bit of a starting pad for all your liquidity. You're also going to have all these features we haven't even touched on, like weaponized liquidity. And we also have like inbuilt locked liquidity. So if someone launches a token on Empiredex, instead of having to go to like Unicrypt or something like that, they can just lock their liquidity in the DEX. And then on top of that, we're profit sharing DEX as well. You know, we share the profits around. So for Empiredex currently, it's Empire BNB LP holders get all the trade, get a cut of all the fees on Binance Smart Chain Empiredex. And I believe Binance Smart Chain is the network you guys are
Our
going with.
community chose as well, yes.
Yep, there we go. So yeah, we'll be sharing all that liquidity together, and you'll be getting all these features as we implement them. So the new charts that we're working on, you'll have that as soon as we do. NFT marketplace, same deal. NFT bridges as well. And then with the cross-chain swaps, obviously that then turns the DEX into a cross-chain DEX. You'll basically be able to swap
1 inch on. I said 1 inch on steroids.
Yeah, literally. I mean, yeah, like it's crazy. Like, I mean, it's the biggest like roadblock with the bridges and the cross-chain swaps is the Prism liquidity. But if we can juice the Prism liquidity up, then that means cross-chain swaps will just be opened up. You can swap, your favorite shitcoin on BSC for your favorite shitcoin on Phantom, and it just all routes through Prism.
The world is your oyster, and the blockchain, the crypto sphere is your domain. You know what I mean? Go and do whatever you like. Every single shitcoin on every single chain can be traded. It's on another level.
Man.
It's on another level. Also, guys, just to add little bit more to this, based on the way the system, like the Empiredex, so they have their own system, like a default system, how it works. But I have proposed a few changes of our own, because our vision is not just to be limited, it's to be unlimited, to open up doors, the floodgates to everything. And I've talked about certain things, and also the how you do the lock liquidity. So we're also talking about a locked mechanism for pre-sales and seed funding. We've talked about those. Those are all going to be done via smart contract. So the idea is to stay 100% true to our decentralized nature. We will not, absolutely not, have any human interaction in this protocol. That's the whole idea. Let the blockchain do what it does best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like trust but verify.
That's it.
Let the code.
Code is law. Code is law.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what's going to happen, and I think it's going to be insane. But honestly, I mean, having you here on the show, brilliant, and catching you around this time. I mean, what time is it now?
It's 1:30 in the morning. So
it's 14 hours difference, guys. We have a 14-hour time gap. Can you believe this? Insane.
Right on the other side.
Yeah. So, wow. But I'm telling you, listen, these guys, what they've built and the collaborations or the connections they have is not just working with things. I mean, these are the infrastructure. These guys, some of the guys actually have background from like Certic, the Omnitia as well. All of these things you're seeing, they actually have backgrounds in these actual protocols. I mean, we have someone in the group who's like a Solana expert, right? And he's actually working on the Solana, the bridge as well. That's all coming. Cool. Put it this way. I think by the time they finish, or I think before they even launch the Prism network, I think they'll finish bridging every single network. I think they'll bridge everything.
Well, actually, it's going to be pretty tight, actually. I've been looking at the numbers. We've got like at least 20 networks we want to connect to, if not 30 potentially, maybe even more. I keep finding new chains every day. It's kind of...
And you know what I'm going to start saying to my followers now and the viewers? I'm actually going to say this, because I used to say, pick your coin, stick to your coin. That's what I used to say. Now I'm going to say, pick your coin, pick your chain.
Nice,
yeah. Go anywhere, right?
Yeah.
This changes everything. This changes everything. It changes the whole game. It just, I don't know, it just changes everything.
Oh, I mean, it is a game changer, and it's not just for like the traders and the users as well. Like, we're really focused on cultivating our dev community as well. So we've given them as many tools as we can. Been like, build, this is what we've got.
That's it.
So I mean, like, when you have from cross-chain swaps, the next evolution beyond that is cross-chain smart contract interactions. So basically, smart contract on one chain directly calling functions on a smart contract on another chain. Because once you start tapping into that, then you get into like cross-chain yield farming, you have like cross-chain arbitrage trades. It's like just a whole, I mean, it's the same stuff we're doing already, but it's just united. Everything's all connected, You
don't have to think about which chain you're going to do it in. That's the thing, isn't it? You stay wherever you want. You pick your favorite DEX on any chain that you like. And now it's like a browser. Think about it. So I'm just trying to explain it to the guys who maybe might not understand the technicals. Think about Google. Now you're having this one network where you can go and use your DEX, your favorite DEX on BSC, Phantom, or wherever you want. And now you can access everybody. Use it from the same DEX. Think
Yeah.
about that. And that's like, it just changes everything.
Uh, yeah.
Honestly, I'm telling you
And
that's how I see it. I see it as a Google browser. It's like regardless whether not Google, I can say like Brave browser. That's the one I use. It doesn't matter
nice.
which
Yeah.
browser you're on, right? You're still opening Google inside it,
Mhm.
right? And you can access everybody, and that's what I think. This is just changes everything. I mean, for me, that's what it is. So I mean, love it. I'm telling you, I love it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
It,
super bullish on it. I'm telling you, I know this is the beginning of something very big, and especially when Hamza mentioned the TVL, the
mm,
liquidity share of the TVL. I was like, oh my, and you saw my reply. I was like, is it going to show up on our thing? Because that's how I'm excited. Because if I have 100,000 TVL in my decks, if you have
mm,
100,000 and 10 others have 100,000, that's a million. But if
mm.
we can unite that million, that's a pool of a million, and our TVL is much greater than what people think it is because
Exactly.
we're unified.
That's yeah, and that's it. Like, I mean, we don't even have that network effect, and people are already like, I mean, we're basically offering this white label service to anyone. Like, hey, we will do this for you because it's firstly, I mean, let's be honest, it benefits us. Because we are sharing liquidity, but it's like it's not just us. It's like at that point, it's a community of all these
It's a
dexes
network. It's a
benefiting
network,
each
though. But
other.
the
Yeah,
thing is, we're supporting the network and it's securing the network. So the more we build on it, the more
mm,
we decentralize it, right? And
exactly.
and and the more we grow together, because there may be people who we have like we call armies, right? We have
Yeah.
our phantom armies, for example, or for example,
Mm.
we have our ethereum armies, maybe even the XRP army. Maybe I don't know if you've done XRP already.
It's on the list.
It's on the list.
It's on the list. It's a
It's
big
on the
list.
list. So we have
Yeah.
our armies. So we just bring all the armies together and like, okay, stick to your army, and here you
Mhm,
go. You have a vast, array of tools available at your
mhm.
leisure in your own native, decks. And now you don't have to really, really shill or diss something. You can actually enjoy all of them. Enjoy the fruits of the whole cryptosphere.
100%, man, and that's what I really like our Discord actually. The community's freaking awesome, and like I love we have like all our own sections, and you have like little colored name for like all
Yes,
the different
yes.
chains.
Well, I was originally Phantom
It's
Chain,
melting
and
pot.
then I changed myself to the BSC change after the community voted BSC. I'm like, okay, I should be on the
Oh
BSC
yeah,
chain now.
yeah. Nice. Change the code
Keep
of
with the community, you know what I
colors.
mean, right? Make sure I stay with the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Just to elaborate on like the Dex token, like really what it is it's a Dex for the people. Like we give our profits back to the people that support the underlying Dex token. Because and where we're going with it is like when we have Prism chain, which will be like our own layer two most likely um, chain to connect everything. We'll then make that Dex token will be a governance token, and it'll have governance rights over the weaponized liquidity of that pair. So that means that this DEX token will be firstly accruing value, long-term value from volume. We want to set up initially like some kind of like auto buyback thing. So we sweep using some of this weaponized liquidity, we get these funds, and then we use this fund to make it so that it's going to be like, put it on a DeFi yield
And
aggregator
then we're
somewhere.
growing the
Growing,
price
and then
floor.
it's growing during the bear market. Exactly, the price floor is going up, and it's just buying. It's just keep buying in bear market. Just keep adding value, and then when we hand over the governance rights to the DEX token, that power that weaponized liquidity is in the community, and they can do whatever they want with it. They could. I mean, it's governance. So they could sweep everything, do a massive buyback, add it back in, or they could put it into like a long-term yield farmer, or there's so many options for
The
them.
the the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, and
It is.
that's yeah.
I was amazed. I was shocked. I was like, there's so much possibility out there. It's just on another level. I mean, literally
Yeah,
everything is literally on steroids.
dude, it's yeah, like yeah. Weaponized liquidity is powerful, powerful shit, man. Like
And
I honestly, I feel like
you know
all it's
what?
waiting
When I
for
went to
is
your
someone.
channel and I
What's
watched
that?
that first video of the weaponized liquidity,
Yeah.
I just freaked out. I was like, subscribe right now. What the hell is going on? I gotta subscribe to this guy. I don't care if he's got only 2 videos. I'm subscribing, right? Because I'm sure many people don't understand it. I'm sure you got hundreds of questions regarding
Mm,
the weaponized liquidity. And I'm just listening to you, and I'm like, didn't anybody make any sense of this? Because I did. I see what this is. This is such a powerful tech. I want it. I want it. I want
Yeah.
it now. You know what I mean?
Seriously, man. Like I felt like it got so underappreciated. It just like it just got. I'm not gonna say swept under the rug, but like I mean, apart from Rootkit, they are the only ones that really did anything in this space with that kind of weaponized liquidity, like the ERC 31337 format. There's others tokens obviously as well, like HNW for example. But yeah, I just feel like it's just gone under the radar, and all it's waiting for is someone to just pop off a token with weaponized liquidity, and then I mean, I really feel like there'll be like just a wave of copycats, especially if you get something like
Coming. You know it's coming.
oh,
But you know what?
well,
It doesn't
100%.
matter. I don't think. You know what? Copycats or not, the strongest community will survive. And the best part is, it's not about survival actually. What you're doing with the decentralization of these multi-decks connecting back to the same pool, by all means, go ahead. Here you go. GitHub is open, free for all. Go ahead, do whatever you want, because all you're doing is providing value. You can't take the value away. So it's a win-win after all, right? So I think it's brilliant, you know. So yeah, copycat as much as you want, but you're not going to have that collaboration where the whole team is getting not only the liquidity or the volume or anything like this. I think the key fact here is the engineers, is you
It's a
guys.
big part
They're
of
not
it.
getting
I,
you. They're not getting you at all. So
that's definitely a big part of it. I'm not going to discount that,
of
but
course, of
the,
course.
the community is really really important. Like without the community, cryptocurrencies nothing. Like everything's just a consensus between people. Like I mean, even Bitcoin. Like in theory, it could have everything changed about it if enough there was enough of a push to change it.
Oh
But there's
yes,
obviously there
absolutely,
isn't.
absolutely. You know, I say
But
this all the
yeah,
time. I
like
say, well, Bitcoin can be replaced tomorrow. There's nothing stopping Bitcoin from being replaced tomorrow. If the whole community says, well, actually, enough, we've had enough in Bitcoin, let's go and do something else now. That's it.
mm,
So, you know, we are the currency. We, the people, our sentiment, our beliefs, we are the currency. You know?
exactly. It's like what do you put value in, and
Yeah,
like what values do you hold? Like like when you hold Bitcoin, it's saying something different to holding Ethereum or Solana. Like
yeah,
it says something about you that you want to support and hold these tokens because those tokens have values built into them by the developers and the community. And
exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
So, awesome, awesome, awesome. I see Stormgain. Stormgain here. Is that actually Stormgain? You know, Stormgain is an
OG,
exchange.
it's an exchange.
Yeah, did you know that? Stormgain is actually an exchange. Oh, anyway, Stormgain,
Really?
welcome to the show. If that is you, I do see their
Hey.
logo. So, yeah, awesome, awesome,
Mm,
awesome. So, today, right now, this stream, normally, so what I do a stream around this time, and I think I
mhm.
confused the community. So, I have a Discord bot called YouTube, and
Gotcha.
earlier on, it actually says live now while I'm in the uni. For some odd reason, it just bugged out. And
Mhm.
everyone thought I was live, so they're like, "Where's the link? Where's the link?" And I can see half the people haven't even arrived because they're probably confused, thinking, "Well, hold on, here it's not live." So, but it's cool. It's cool. It's not a problem. Monday streams are really good because I do some late night streams, and I think a lot of people can accommodate those streams, and a lot more people do come to the stream. Even here, I believe a whole bunch of people actually came and went, so that's absolutely fine, not an issue. And you'll see this later on. I'll fix the thumbnail and everything. This is going to go viral a little bit. But
Yeah.
yeah, it will definitely. But on you know, for us, it's awesome. I want to congratulate you, especially on the Cronus launch, right?
Oh,
The
yeah, that
Cronus launch.
was that was cool.
I need to congratulate you. I
Oh.
didn't mention anything there, and I thought, I need to, congratulate you on that one. And obviously, I mean, more than that, going Nasdaq today, I mean, that's a big deal.
That's the filming. The editing will take a while, but yes, that's it's a bit
Well, it's
surreal.
getting the word out. You know what? I
Yeah.
would rather go and preach all day long, and as long as one person heard me, I'm okay. That's an achievement for me. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? That's how I take it. I'm like, I'll preach,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been doing this since 2016, preaching about crypto, Bitcoin, and finally, I was forced to come on YouTube. You know, here I am now. You know, it's like, yeah, okay, this guy, he's been talking about it for so long, so the community is growing and understanding now. But it took me many years, 2016 to now. That's a long time for people to actually, understand or come to the point where they're like, dude, you need to tell us more. You know, so it takes a
Yeah.
long time. But ultimately, as I said, I'm going to preach. I don't stop. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and all I
Mm-hmm.
need to do is make sure one person understands it. That's it. Just change one person's life, help one person understand it, keep grounded to the floor, not to go to the moon or anything, no FOMO, no FUD. And that's it. It's the beginning of something. That's
Yeah.
all it takes. One person.
That's it, man. Just keep spreading the good word, eh?
That's it. You know. So Prism Network, I've already told my boys, definitely coming on there. What we want to see, and as I've requested to you as well, a lot of the
Mm-hmm.
guys would love to see it on the exchanges. So I would love you guys to push this onto the exchanges ASAP. And I do have some information from our last brief conversation. I'm not going to say anything yet. I think I'll make the
Mm-hmm.
announcements closer to the time. When we have an actual date, right? I think that's going to be an insane date for us to go onto this platform and just go and make it go crazy.
Yeah, I mean, by then, I mean, it's yeah. Who knows what features we'll have by then? But we're constantly just grinding away,
Yeah, I mean,
adding to this
look,
platform.
tokenomics, none of that matters. I mean, of course, most of the boys here are mostly investors, right? So they would want to go and
Mm,
buy the token, hold the token, and do whatever, trade
mm,
and do whatever. But
mm,
for myself, I'm a holder. I'm a
mm,
holder, so that's not. I'm not. There's no way I'm selling anything. That's
mm,
not happening. Okay, that's my
mm,
little. I don't know, like my little stash for another 5 years at least before I even look at the number. So I'm not
yeah.
looking at the number.
Mm,
Same thing I did with Crow as well. So
mm,
same thing. I'm bullish on Crow. Always been
mm,
bullish on Crow. That number I'm not going to look at. There may be other ones I'm buying now that I might look
mm,
at, but I'm not going to look at. So Prism's one of those I'm not looking at. Empiredex, not looking at. When it comes to Crow, I'm not looking at. A few other bits and bobs I'm not looking at. And I
mm.
don't need to name the whole list here. Um, and I know that there's some powerful stuff coming. I just got a good feeling about this.
Oh man, I'm honestly,
I'm stoked. I'm telling you.
oh dude, so am I just want to see where we're at in like 6 months, like 6 months, a
Six
year, like
months? I
dude,
think
six
three. I think
months.
3 months. I wouldn't say
I
six
mean,
to a year.
yeah, it's just like I know, like in 6 months, that's going to be around about when we have like 20 plus 20, 30, I don't know, a lot of networks. I'll be fucking like doing the digital nomad thing, hitting up these crypto conferences, talking to
Bro,
layer
from
two
from what
people, be
I've
like
seen so far,
layer two
you've
stuff.
already got the big ones.
Yeah, that's it. Well, it depends. Well, there's still, I think, it depends how you classify the big ones, market cap or DeFi community.
Well,
Um,
I would technically say the big caps. You technically have most of the big
mm.
caps. That's really
Yeah,
large
I mean,
number.
Solana's obviously, Solana Cardano probably the most conspicuous on the top market caps that aren't on Prism Network yet. But Solana, we've got the Solana dev that you mentioned. We also have Neon EVM, which is an EVM sidechain for Solana we're looking into.
Yep.
Cardano is a little bit more difficult just with the whole UTXO model they've got. I know that Sunday Swap, I think it is, have put out some good research on
Yes.
like working around UTXO model. So I mean, at the moment, we basically like if we wanted to go for like Cardano, for example, we'd have to like really focus on it and like try to figure out this whole new frontier of UTXO model
It'll
dexes.
be a complete,
Uh,
you're going to have to do massive research because it's an actual
yeah,
problem. I mean, I've been disappointed with
yeah.
Cardano because of all of these issues. I'm like,
Mm.
they came out with a big bang, everyone supported them, and then they just went flatline. It was like, oh,
Well, I mean, I don't. I mean, obviously, this is easy to say after it happened, but I felt like I could see this coming because for me, the way I look at blockchains and I put a lot of value on them is I look at the developers. How many developers are on the chain? Because that is such an important
it's a key.
metric.
Yes, yes.
Because where the developers are, there's the tokens and DeFi products and all this cool stuff happening. And then if you don't have that, then your DeFi is kind of dead. Like, I mean, so that's why I put like, so when I saw Cardano wouldn't have Solidity support, you have to, it's Haskell, I believe, the language
Yes,
that they
yes,
use.
yes.
that's just gonna completely. I mean,
Well, they have
it
come
takes
up
a
with
lot to
they
learn a
have come
language.
up with some sort of a solution as a bridge. So they are allowing you to
Yeah.
bridge over, but you're not
Mm.
able to have an actual compatible EVM. So you can bridge, but you can't actually run natively, if that makes any sense,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah, and
that's become a bit of
they
an
do
issue.
have.
Yeah.
They do also have the EVM sidechain. I think Milkometer is on its way as well.
Okay.
So
Okay. Cool.
I think like they obviously they know that Solidity support, EVM support is going to bring in a lot of developers. But yeah, it's just a lot to ask for developers to learn a new programming language or Haskell, which is only really used at Cardano. When if
Yep.
you learn Solidity, I mean, it's like I got a list. I got a list of networks that use
No, you don't
EVM
have
and
to tell me. I
Solidity.
know. I mean, it's like when Solana came out with Rust. It's like, oh, hold on, half the people don't even know about Rust. They didn't learn that in school. It may be an
Mm,
old language proven to be really, really cool, but half the
mm,
people didn't learn that in school. The generation that's working and developing it now, they don't know that
exactly.
language. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. I mean,
So
yeah, because you
it
can you
just
can tap into
complicates things.
the because you're tapping into a different developer uh, market, I guess. You have all these people from like the Web 2 world that use Rust that could come into Solana a bit easy, but the DeFi natives, the crypto natives, maybe not so much. Uh, you know, in that same vein of developers. But look, I actually I got to bounce. I got 20 minutes to this
Before
Nasdaq.
you bounce, I've got one question for you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, you can't say Prism, but out of Ethereum, Solana, Polkadot, Cardano,
Mm-hmm.
and Bitcoin,
Mm-hmm.
right? You have to tell me which is your number one and number two.
What was it again? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana,
Bitcoin, Ethereum,
Cardano,
Solana,
Polkadot.
Cardano, Polkadot. So I've kind of put
Ethereum.
Ethereum, Polkadot, and Cardano kind of in the same bandwagon. Obviously, we know where the background is, right? But I wanted to
Yeah.
see what would be a number one and number two, like hold for 5 years.
Ethereum number one. Oh, are you talking hold, like as
Hold for
an
5 years.
investment? I
Hold for
guess.
5 years. Yeah, hold for 5 years.
Ethereum number one. No, is not even close. And then, um, hmm. I guess I would say I guess I would say Bitcoin just because it's probably quite safe for 5 years.
No, you can't be safe. You
But
can't be safe. You have to be honest about
okay.
it. You have to be
Well,
honest
and then
about it.
I just go Polkadot just because.
Polkadot.
I mean, look, Gavin was just he's big brain. What can I say? I love big brain devs.
No, he's the only PhD there, right? Actually,
I don't know about
Avalanche
that.
also has a PhD. The professor
Oh, there
from
you
Avalanche, he
go.
also has a PhD. But the thing is
Yeah.
you've got this guy there who's literally created Solidity, the language itself.
Exactly. He wrote the yellow paper for Ethereum.
You
So
don't
like,
mess with that guy. And I
uh,
heard on an interview, he actually said this from his own mouth. He said, "You've seen Solidity. I'm thinking about Solidity V2." I'm thinking, what the hell is he coming out with?
what is Solidity V2?
V2,
I
yeah.
want.
What is Solidity V2? So it's like, well, you've seen something, you're about to see something on another level. And I'm thinking, okay, he's played about with that code. And I'm sure he's done some sort of massive improvements, to make it much more better than what it is currently. That just changes the ballgame.
Yeah, I mean, I would actually. Now I need to start. Now I'm going to have a little search around, but yeah. Look, I think Polkadot's got a lot of potential. I feel like they maybe haven't delivered on their potential yet. But I mean, my answer is mainly just because Gavin Wood's at the top of at the
Yeah.
helm of that project.
Same
So
reason, same reason, same reason.
yeah,
And also now that the parachains are here, we're going to have a
yeah,
supply shock.
yeah. And we I kind of announced it. We're looking at Moonriver or Moonbeam rather as one of
Moonbeam.
our.
Well, guess what? I have locked a massive amount into Moonbeam, so I'm
Oh,
supporting it.
nice.
I don't hang
Well,
about.
we might be on Moonbeam probably before the end of the year actually.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'll
We'll
tell
see
you,
how we
I've
go, but
supported Akala, very big, and Moonbeam, very big. Okay, those are the
Color,
two projects, very, very big. Yes, I've supported them. I've actually mentioned it in yesterday's video as well. I mentioned 3 specific ones that I'm supporting, and the other one was Affinity. So there's
Oh,
3
yeah.
projects I'm supporting. I've been transparent with it. Everything else is there. I've got a little stake in them just in case. But Moonbeam, whew, that's a rocket ship waiting to fly. I'm telling you.
Dude, honestly, like this list of all the like the blockchains that we want to connect to. I was, when I'm researching them, and then I'm just like so many of them I'm researching. I'm like, holy crap, these layer 1 like blockchains. A lot of them are just going nuts. Like, to be honest, like, yeah. But I mean, it's the bull market, so everything's going nuts. So what can you
I won't
say?
hold you back. Go get refreshed and everything because you've got the big interview. Obviously, we're going to be
Yeah.
waiting to see that when it
Mm-hmm.
launches, or
Mm-hmm.
if you have a private link or anything, that would be awesome. We're going to go check it out. But
Yeah.
make sure to mention it on your channel. Also, guys, what I'm going to do just after the live stream ends, I want to add the link to Tranquil Flow's channel. Okay, and I want you all to go up there, subscribe, show some love, support the channel. Okay, we want to grow this community. We need to grow together. That's the most thing. The most important thing here is we stay together, guys. That's what it is. I think for us, it's not just about growing community. We work together, we do everything together, and that makes us stronger. And one of the best things is morality, like moral boost, right? The more we show support, the more is expected, and I think the more is delivered. That's putting you on the spot.
It is, but honestly, it's true. Like, I feel the. I'm not gonna say pressure is not the right word. I guess it is true. The pressure of a community, like, it's like, yeah, it's just like
You
in the
don't
back of
want
my
to
mind. It's like,
disappoint. You don't want to
no, I
disappoint.
mean, I know everyone goes. I mean, most people in crypto know that it's all risky. It's all, there could be smart contract failures. So much shit can happen in crypto. It's the frontier. It's the Wild West. But I still feel like a responsibility to anyone that's bought my token. It's like, these people trusted in me and my team to deliver what we're saying we're going to do. And it's a good motivator. Really good motivator. Yeah, with the YouTube thing as well, actually, I just want to say before I jump out of here, tomorrow I should have a guide for LGs, liquidity generation events. I should have that out tomorrow. It's going to be a complete guide, like everything you need to know about LGE. And then I'm basically going to try to get some more content out before the Rootdex LGE finishes, which is our Ethereum Empiredex collaboration with Rootkit, the original creators of this code. So the sweeping code. So I want to do a Prism speedrun attempt. So I'm going to get like the full speedrun setup. I'm going to see how quickly I can bounce between 5 different networks. And then I'm probably going to cap it off with another video just talking about our long-term, where we're going to go, especially with Prism Chain onwards.
We need that, bro. I think
Yeah.
that's the biggest. That's the biggest video out there. We need that because I think that will be the explainer for a lot. Because I know a lot of people go to the website, they check it out, they see the white paper, they see exactly what's going on. But I think hearing it from yourself, the vision, that's going to be a big statement.
It easily is just a vision. It's going to be me rambling about the vision for
like I did the other day about my vision.
Yeah, exactly. Just ramble and I mean, yeah, when you're passionate about something, anyway, the conviction comes out, and
Of course. But no, listen, Tranquil, also my brother, thank you very much for coming to the show.
Thanks for having me on.
It's been a lovely surprise, I believe, for the community as well. And as I said, I'll post all the links and everything, forward it to you, and hopefully your channel explodes. Fingers crossed. But that's not the most important thing. As I said, I think the community, it will definitely, from what I can see and I know how my community is, they're supporting this network, that's for sure. And I think they can't wait for us to launch the DEX very soon. And I think we're having a meeting tomorrow or the day after. So as soon as we do that, we'll go forward with that one. So it's coming, guys. It's coming. Something very big is coming, with a little bit of a twist, but it's coming.
That's it. And we'll be in touch, man. Let's
definitely
talk some more weaponized liquidity and stuff like that later.
That's it.
All right.
Thank you again. Thank you.
Take care, everyone.
All right. Adios. All right, guys, let's continue. Right, so this was Tranquil Flow from Prism. Awesome fella. I'm telling you, I've checked his channel out. As I said, I will also share the links. I'm going to re-edit this later on, and then I'll add all the links below. So let's continue back to our markets, if that's what you want. You know, I think a lot of you guys have been very silent. Wow, okay, the chat really didn't explode or anything. I didn't see any questions or anything. Or is the chat bugged or something? I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to double check all of those things. We can see LPT pumped 100% today. Wow, that's pretty cool, right? So let's have a look at other stuff. And we're going to quickly just finish this off and see where we go from here. So let's do this. Let's do this. So what's the story here? So we see LPT pumped 102. I told you LRC is doing awesome. LTC pumped finally. Okay, finally it's decided to wake up a little bit. Cardano we saw earlier on. Dash is pumping. So good few coins pumping. I mean, I'm impressed. BAT is holding. Nobody's even talking about it. Basic attention token. Brave network, guys. This is the Brave browser. This is what I use. This is the cause, the browser I support. So they're doing really, really awesome. Love that. Love to see that. We're at 75 yesterday. Let's have a look and refresh. Ooh, look at that. From 75, boom, to 84. Super, super bullish. Super bullish. Costin says, thank you, Flo. Thank you, bro. Thank you. And yes, of course, I mean, coming over, surprise. He was actually, we were attempting to bring him on yesterday's show, but I was too late for him. So obviously, you know, we couldn't get him. I did say, like, holler at me and let me know. But I understand, you know, the time difference is just crazy over there. Let's see, we did have this yesterday. Let's refresh again on the screen. Okay, nothing much. A little few BTC here and there moving. Again, what I'm thinking, thank you, my bro. Lots of love to you too, bro. This, obviously, looking at this, it doesn't change anything. We know a lot of cryptocurrency, a lot of Bitcoin, a lot of other projects that have pumped are seeing a lot of surge of illiquid Bitcoin, like all Bitcoin coming into the exchange. Some are for transfers, but most of them are actually attempts at trying to either short the market or long the market. I did tweet something earlier on today and I said, guys, don't try leverage, please. Let the market do its thing. Because the thing is, what they don't understand is just for their own little gain, they're actually causing a lot more harm in the market than any gain for anybody, right? So, because the market reacts to it. You know, if the market sees you're over leveraged on longs, well, they're going to go liquidity hunting. Simple. They're going to go to liquidate you and hunt you out. You know, you see a lot of shorts, the same thing's going to happen. So we can see on our charts here, for example, on CryptoQuant, we can see that a little bit of BTC came back in, but ultimately it's still down. So that's really, really cool. I'm not really concerned about that. We were on this page, so I'll just come back to this page, change a few bits and bobs here. So if we go to the 200, top 200, we can actually have a good look and see what's going on clearly. All right. So far so good. No issues at all. We're not seeing any of our top favorite ones here, apart from Near, which is quite good. Uniswap's gone to 27. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I did pick some up at 25 again, so I'm really happy with that one. Theta now come back to $8, but really not doing much. So I'm going to fly through them on the chart. I think that would be easier for us to see. So Cardano came back, fell below while we're on the video. Nothing too awesome. BTC playing around something else, actually. I just noticed. Let's have a look at this. Okay, BTC is slightly falling. Wouldn't be that concerned. Yeah, I think it's just coming into that range for it to bounce. So what we're going to see is this very simple pattern. We're going to see this particular formation here, where this could easily. So if we just put it here, just adjust it a little bit. I think the bounce is already in. This is getting ready. So I think this would be it. And then it could bounce up again, because all of this, I see a lot of confluence telling me this could be the support level here. So if we did have a low, the low should be around the 66,400. And then I think it's going to just shoot up again. So absolutely fine. Small correction. People getting wiped out, obviously, right? Don't leverage. Just let it do its thing. So it's happening. It's happening. So don't worry too much about it. Also, while we're on the video, market, yeah, nothing too much. I wouldn't really concern too much about that. All right, let's go fly through this. Let's fly through this. I don't want to talk about SHIB. Let's have a look at eGold. eGold's doing a little comeback. You can see on a daily, it done a nice little comeback, nice little recovery, but still holding this support range. So I'm totally happy with this. KCS on target, absolutely on target. If you look carefully, you can see that it actually came close to our Fibonacci 1272 level, and it's just creeping up slowly. It's just getting there. This is happening. Look at BitDAO. We talked about this the other day. You can see BitDAO is actually constantly trying to create these higher highs and creep up. And we did hit the target once, but we didn't really sit on there. Right now, we're going back there with the body of the candle. And that's more powerful than anything else, because that then gives us the next target, which is absolutely awesome, which is 3.56. And remember, I told you this has an opportunity to go to $10. And also, a lot of you guys who have participated originally on the BitDAO giveaway, you got tokens for free. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Just hodl. That's got really good opportunity. AVAX, a little bit of a dip, absolutely fine. It's a little bit correction. I would call it a confirmation candle, solely because it did a new all-time high yesterday. So just patient with it, nothing too much, guys. Inch, holding trend, absolutely fine. Maybe a little bit of a dip, but remember, this was a super power move. If you look at this wick, this candle here, this volume candle, you can see it was literally an FU move. It was too fast, too soon. That's why it's come down faster. So patient with it. I think it's going to be fine. Let's have a look at some other bits and bobs. So I want to look about one specific coin here today, and then I think I'm going to end it here. And let's find it. Here you go. XCAD. Right. So XCAD, I know a lot of you guys were talking about, like, is it still good to buy or not? Well, look, every opportunity that you're given, like, for example, for here, we've had this little bit of a dip. In my opinion, this is an opportunity because this thing is on a rip. It's just not stopping. I think it's not going to stop until about $10. So I would definitely suggest, no financial advice, to give this a go and see where it goes. Okay, so give this a go, see where it goes. Also, I want to double check something here. Give me a second. I believe this is the right one. Yes, this is the right one. I want to double check what Prism is doing. So just so everybody understand exactly what's happening on Prism as well. So I'm going to put this on a daily just to show you exactly what Prism is doing. So this is where Prism is right now. If I was to do some technicals on this, I can tell you this much. This is actually inside a consolidation zone right now. Okay, from what I'm seeing here, actually in a consolidation zone. So there's an opportunity, in my opinion. Obviously, you got to double check, see what's going on. Also, let me just find this one tool that I'm looking for, guys. Where is it? Oh, there it is. My bad. Here you go. Right. So if you look carefully, I want you to observe this particular area, which I saw yesterday. So you see this area here. So this is our consolidation zone. So based on this consolidation, of course, forget the spikes. Leave the spikes, right? Just based on this consolidation zone, you can see that it did attempt to break out. It came back down again. And ultimately, what it's been doing, it's creating this pattern here, which is going to be a breakout pattern. And from what I'm seeing right now, it is getting ready to make those moves and start creating some higher highs. So you know how I'm not a big fan of wicks. I like the bodies. Well, if you look carefully, what you'll notice is body-wise, we're doing very cool, very good actually, because this was already an attempt to break this first area here, this neckline here. I think once it breaks, stays above, there's no stopping it. And the more the time goes, this is getting a lot more secure as well. So do understand this. And then for us to reverse everything and just go on an upward momentum, just got to break this one neckline. There's no stopping it. There's no stopping it. You know, so that's what I'm seeing. So remember when we saw last time, we saw this as a group, as a collaboration, as a whole team. This is the same pattern we saw on, what was it called? Shiba. This is the pattern we saw in Shiba. So, and you know what I said about Shiba after that point. I said, look, guys, if this is what Shiba's done, we know exactly what to expect from Shiba. So also, let me just double check a few bits and bobs here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. My bad. Sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses. You probably noticed. I'm actually not wearing my glasses. That's one of the reasons why I'm actually struggling to see what I've bloody typed in. So even if I was to do it from here, short term, what are we expecting? Short term, we're expecting a $38 as long as the momentum is up. So far, again, talking of momentum, we know, we can see the trend is your friend and the trend is up. So all of the confirmation that we've got so far is it's a great buy zone. That's all I can say. It's a great buy zone. Of course, you might struggle to know where to go and pick it up and everything. Of course, you can pick it up on PancakeSwap. I'm not sure if Uniswap has a pair, but we'll figure that out. I know Empiredex, they have a pair, so you can pick it up there. So there are multiple locations. If you want to know, I would happily share it on the Discord how you can pick those up. I've picked some up myself, and I think this is just the beginning. This is nothing, and the tokenomics, they don't really have many tokens, so do keep an eye on this. It's going to be kind of awesome if you do. Hold on one second. Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome if you do actually want to check it out. I'm on the wrong one again. Give me a second. So this, you're probably wondering, what is this? This is one of those abandoned projects that I had, guys. Nothing else, just an abandoned project. Okay, nothing else, just an abandoned project. Boom. Right, here we are. Everything is awesome. And I believe you can actually buy and sell directly here as well, using all the liquidity and all the tools available. Dex tools is not bad. It's actually pretty cool. So you can definitely buy some Prism tokens here if you want. And as I said, there are multiple other locations where you can also pick it up. So yeah, check it out. And as I said, I'll guide you if you need any help or anything regarding Prism. That would definitely help you. So looking at XCAD again, remember guys, I mentioned this before as well. Right now, I'm seeing this as a great opportunity. In fact, when I see a bloody market like this with 8% down on FTM, right? When I see DYDX 4% down, when I see STX stacks, and actually I'm going to talk to the team about STX as well, 5% down. These are opportunities, guys. These are opportunities. Every one of these red candles, these are opportunities. So if you have missed it, or you didn't go in, or you thought the price was too high, well, buy the fucking dip, because this is it, right? That's all I can say to you. So, there's no really, there's no point me actually giving you an analysis, because most of the analysis we've done already exist, right? Already exists, and the market is super bullish. And of course, it's Tuesday today, so another fact that we already know is on a Tuesday is usually a shit day. So for Bitcoin to close the highly week, a high candle on the weekly highly close, and then on top of that to have a lovely Monday candle and give us a lovely higher low on a Tuesday, I'll take it any day, because tomorrow's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. So we're going to watch what happens, observe. But as I said, it's an opportunity. This is the opportunity where you could actually get yourself a nice little discount, a nice little bargain. So yeah, if you are considering, then here's your opportunity. All right. But other than that, guys, I'm not going to make this any longer. I've actually got to go. I've got a few bits and bobs I need to do. So I hope this stream was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed the content, especially coming from our special guest today. Okay, our lovely special guest today. I hope all of that information that you received was actually helpful, because the thing is, these are visionaries, right? So Tranquil Flow came on. He's an engineer, and not only an engineer, he's an actual visionary. They want to change how the crypto sphere works, and we connected just like that. I'm not one to talk for 2 hours, but we just connected. This is like 4 a.m. at night, just connected. And we think alike. It's all about decentralization. It's all about unlocking your mind and, making sure you're aware that code is limitless. We are limited. We don't have enough time to do all the things we want, but I think everything can be achieved, and the possibilities are endless, especially when you're thinking about new ideas of connecting things. And I love the cross-chain shared TVL model. Wow, that's a powerful model. I mean, this could propel the whole ecosystem to billions of dollars, billions and billions, in my opinion. So the opportunities are endless, and you guys, for being the family that you are, for supporting everything that, I do and everybody else does. Um, this is an opportunity for you. It's an opportunity for you. So I think we are all fortunate to be where we are today, to be here right now, and very fortunate for Tranquil Flow to come to our show and actually give us some insights and actually show us how awesome he is. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's awesome, awesome, awesome. That's what I'm gonna say. Other than that, guys, like, share, subscribe, and what I'm gonna do is catch you guys on another one very, very soon. Tomorrow, obviously. Right now, I've got to go. It's about 4:15. Gotta get ready, get something to eat, and then shoot. Right? So, guys, I'm going to catch you in Discord. Also, guys, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, hit that like button, share with one another if you find value, join the greatest community in the world. I'm not going to say the most profitable, I'm going to say the most connected family in the world. The most connected family in the world. Every one of us is always looking out for each other. That's the most important thing. And also don't join our Discord completely for free. So other than that, I'll put all the links and everything as promised. Later on, I'll edit the video and I'll put it. I'm not going to edit it. I'm just going to edit the links basically. I'll put all of that in there. Please make sure to go and follow Tranquil. His channel, I'll put it below. Subscribe, support him, support the cause. People like him, and people like Hamza and a few other people, they deserve to be known. These are the guys who are the guys who are, the engineers who are building these projects. And I think they need to get known. People need to know who they are. So we're going to support that. We're going to support that cause. And of course, we get an opportunity to be in this vision, right from the get-go. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you on another one very soon.